You can make more money and still feel like you're not getting ahead. That is the trap a lot of people are living in, and it wears people down. That feeling is more common than people admit, and honestly, more normal than people realize when money feels tight and nobody has explained why. You work, you pay rent, you cover the car payment, you buy groceries, you try to save. Maybe you even open an investing app and think, okay, now what? And somehow, wealth still feels farther away than it should. The money disappears, the market feels confusing, the advice never seems to agree, and every time you try to learn, someone talks like you're already behind. One side of the internet blames you. You didn't budget hard enough. You didn't hustle hard enough. You bought coffee. You should wake up at 5 in the morning and become a spreadsheet monk. The other side sells fantasy. Buy this stock. Copy this millionaire habit. Start this side hustle. Escape the system by next Tuesday. And then Wall Street has its own version. Asset allocation, expense ratios, tax efficiency, volatility, dividends, ETFs, yield, risk tolerance, rebalancing. Important words. But when nobody explains them clearly, they start to sound like a private language for people who already grew up around money. That is why this channel exists. I'm Nora, and I'm here to make this make sense in plain English, once we slow it down. I'm the financial systems detective. I help normal people understand how money actually works, invest with a plan, and build wealth without getting played. No hype, no fake guru energy, no recycled finance lectures dressed up like wisdom. None of that helps you think clearly. Just clear thinking, honest explanations, and a better way to see the system you're already inside, so you can actually use it. And before we go any further, I want to be honest about this format. My name is Nora, and I want to say that plainly because it matters. I've spent more than 10 years inside financial systems, watching how money moves, how products are built, and how incentives hide in plain sight. This channel is where I break those systems down clearly so normal people can understand what's happening and make better decisions. I'm here to slow it down, translate the jargon, and show you what's really going on, step by step, in plain English. Slowing the system down, opening the case file, circling the fee, translating the jargon, and saying, okay, here's what's really happening. That is what I want this channel to be about. Not ego, not flexing, not pretending I know everything. Just useful financial education, honest opinion, and real experience. So why listen to Nora? Not because I have a magic formula. Not because I'm going to tell you exactly what to buy. And definitely not because anyone on the internet should replace your own judgment. You should listen if you want someone to slow the system down and explain it clearly. You should listen if you want investing to feel less intimidating. You should listen if you're tired of being treated like the problem when nobody ever taught you the rules in plain English. You should listen if you've ever wondered why a small fee turns into a big problem, why a boring index fund can be powerful, why a market crash feels so terrifying, why a car payment can quietly wreck wealth, or why making more money does not automatically make you richer. Because that is the real mission here, to make money, investing, and building wealth feel understandable. Not easy, not instant, understandable. On this channel, every video opens a case. Sometimes a case is a bill. Sometimes it's a car loan. Sometimes it's a rent increase. Sometimes it's a subscription, a bank fee, a paycheck, an insurance quote, or a credit card balance. And sometimes the case is investing. An index fund, an ETF, a Roth IRA, a 401k, a market crash, a dividend story, a target date fund, A tiny fee that looks harmless until time gets involved. We put the case on the board. Then we follow the money. Where is it going? Who benefits if you stay confused? What does the math actually say? What behavior trap is hiding underneath? And what is the cleanest move? That is Nora's job. Part forensic analyst, part Wall Street translator, part wealth systems builder, part behavior coach. First, the forensic analyst. That means I look for the quiet details people are trained to ignore. The fine print, the fee schedule, the interest rate, the loan term, the automatic renewal, the account minimum, the tiny percentage that doesn't look scary until you multiply it by time. A lot of financial damage does not happen in one dramatic moment. It happens quietly. A payment gets stretched a little longer. A fee gets buried one page deeper. A subscription renews one more month. A balance rolls over one more cycle. A fund charges a little more than you realized. None of it feels huge in the moment, but money systems are built on repetition. Small leaks become expensive when they repeat for years. So we're going to look at the evidence, not to shame you, to make the invisible visible, so we can do something about it. Second, the Wall Street translator, because investing should not feel like a club where everyone else got the vocabulary list and you didn't. Index funds are not magic. ETFs are not mysterious. A 401k is not supposed to feel like a black box. A Roth IRA is not some secret reserved for finance people. And the stock market is not just a casino, even though plenty of people online act like it is. A lot of investing concepts get simpler once someone explains the job they do. Diversification keeps one bad guess from wrecking your future. Asset allocation matches risk to time. Expense ratios show how much return you quietly give away. Compounding lets time work. Rebalancing keeps the plan from drifting. We'll translate that language here. Plain English, simple math. No pretending simple means stupid, because you do not need to become a Wall Street insider to become an investor. You need to understand enough to make clear decisions and stop being pushed around by confusion. Third, the wealth systems builder. Because building wealth is not one smart decision. It's a system that still works when you're tired, busy, distracted, emotional, or scared. That matters because your life is not a spreadsheet. You will have expensive months. You will have stressful months. You will have moments when the market is down and every headline sounds like the end of the world. You will have times when spending money feels easier than thinking about money. So the system has to work for real humans. Emergency fund, high-interest debt strategy, employer match, automatic investing, retirement accounts, brokerage accounts, contribution order, a plan for raises, a plan for market drops, a plan for not letting lifestyle creep eat every new dollar. None of that is flashy, but boring systems are how people quietly end up rich. That is one of the biggest themes of this channel. The moves that actually matter usually do not look impressive in the moment. They look repetitive, they look patient, they look almost too simple, until time passes. Then suddenly, the boring thing was the powerful thing. Fourth, the behavior coach. Because money is not only math. If money were only math, everyone with a calculator would be rich. But money is also fear, status, family pressure, FOMO, comparison, regret, panic, hope, boredom. All of that affects real decisions. People do not make financial decisions in perfect laboratory conditions. They make them in traffic, at midnight, after a hard week, after seeing someone else's life online, after a raise, after a breakup, after a market drop. Behavior matters, not because you are weak, because you are human. And if you understand the behavior underneath the decision, you have a much better chance of building a system that actually holds up in real life. And finally, the Mythbuster, because some bad money ideas survive forever, and I want to pull them apart carefully. That renting is always throwing money away. That dividends are free money. That rich people got rich from one perfect stock pick. That making more automatically fixes bad structure. That looking successful and being wealthy are the same thing. That if you're confused, you must be bad with money. A lot of those ideas survive because they sound good in one sentence. Reality usually takes longer than one sentence. That is what I want to do here. Take the idea that sounds simple, put it under the light, pull apart the moving pieces, follow the incentives, and leave you with a cleaner, calmer way to think. So, if you are trying to do life responsibly and still feel like the finish line keeps moving, this channel is for you. If you are trying to understand investing without being talked down to, this channel is for you. If you want to build wealth without pretending to be a finance bro, a day trader, or a spreadsheet monk, this channel is for you. And if you have ever felt like everybody else got the money playbook except you, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are not automatically behind forever. A lot of people are making important money decisions inside systems they were never taught to see. The goal here is to help you see them. This is not financial advice. It is education, honest opinion, and experience from years of watching how this stuff actually works up close, shared so you can ask better questions and make better decisions for yourself. That is the promise. Every video, we open the case, we look at the evidence, we follow the money, and we make the next move clear. So if that sounds useful, stay with me. The first case is already on the board. Follow the money, find the leak, build the system.